That's you. Do you remember me? Say hi. No, you made me a picture. Look. I said, Deepa. Deepa, no, you made me a picture. It discolors my fridge. That's you. Did you see the picture of you? No, I don't know.
Not on here, I don't think.
We have a lot of pictures. We can print out everything. No, this.
Until we get the casket right to the threshold, open them and then shut it, just so we're not having a draft come in. In the car?
Okay. So you need to get the card. ચાલુ કરી દઉં છું ઓકે જે બોલશો તે આવશે થેન્ક યુ You have to keep. Okay.
Have an even number of gentlemen on each side. Stay in place. Take the casket by the handle and pass the handle to the person next to you. And place on in here. Take a step back. Make sure everything's even.
you'll be sitting here. And once you offer the pins, you can offer all these items on the top of the pin. And your son, I don't know.
Yeah, my son and my nephew.
Or nephew, yeah. He's going to offer those items on the top of the pin.
Okay.
And I forgot his name.
Neil.
Neil is going to offer the pin.
Okay. And then when the pins go inside,
Inside, yeah.
I would like to also put it.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Then
I'll let you do that. Here, I'll put there. Oh, thank you. Okay, all the family members, please come by. Dada.
she's gonna put this outside.
Okay, she's me. Ano naam sir? Dada naam sir?
Shashikant.
Shashikant bhai.
Shashikant.
Okay. Who is me? She said that? Ragini, she said that she's going to do this?
Yeah, she's gonna do it.
That's his name. Alex, can we go? Can we go? Sorry.
How many strands do you have?
4. 4?
So we could do some here at the end. And a little tip there, that.
a good idea. Little bit under the
1, 2, 3, 4.
In the meantime, all the family members, please come by Dada. All around. All the family members, call all of them. And we can leave this corner for Gunjans. Okay, we can start taking him. I will give you later. I will give you later. Okay, you can come here. Ragnibin? Yeah, we have more. It's a lot more. There is a lot more here. And what is the native in India? Native? Khairgam. So suppose we are at Khairgam house and we are doing cremation from there. So before we go to crematory, we give him bath. Now bath is already given by Alex and the funeral company. But if you can sprinkle Ganga Jal on him, which is called Abhishek. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Apo Hishta-mayo Bhuvastha Urje Dadhatanah Maheranaye Chakshase Yo Vaha Sivatamo Rasasasya Bhajayate Hanaham Ushati Riva Mataraha Tasma Arangamaho Yasyasya Vaya Jinvatha Apo Janayatha Chanaha Om Suddhabalaha Sarvasuddhabalo Manibalastasvinaha Setah Setaksho Runaste Rudraya Pashupataye Karna Jama Avalipta Rudra Naborupaha Parjanyaham Om Burvasvaham Shashikant by Pretasya Please Guru Paricharak Shashikant by Pretasya Suddhodakasnanam Samarpayami Tirthodakasnanam Samarpayami એમને કંઠી પહેરાવવાની છે ઓમ સેવંતિકા બકુલ ચંપક પાટલાબ્જે પુન્નાગજાતિ કરવીર રસાલ પુષ્પૈ બિલ્વ પ્રબાલ તુલસી દલ માલતી ભે સ્ત્વામ પૂજયામિ જગદીશ્વર મે પ્રસીદ એમને જનોઈ બ્રાહ્મણ છે જનોઈ પહેરીને જાય હવે ઇફ યુ કેન ડુ ટીકા ચાંદલો like Om Tvang Gandharva Akhanam Swamindrastam Brahaspatihi Tvamokade Somo Raja Vidvanyakshmadamuchyata Om Burvasvaham Shashikant by Pretasya Gandham Samarpayami and so on a piece, small piece of gold. We already placed that thing. Coin we already placed. You can also do tika, chando. Om Tvang Gandharva Akhanam Swamindrastam Brahaspatihi Tvamokade Somo Raja Vidvanyakshmadamuchyata. Will you be able to handle baby daughter? Here, beta. Take one. You got a little. It goes in the mouth, Shashikant Bhai's mouth. Om alankaranam masibuyam lankaranam bhuyat. Spoon, you need a spoon to open. Okay, that's fine. Okay, you can take one. Anybody else needs this? Okay, so you can come around here, up to here. Everybody gets a chance to offer, so. Now everybody got something in the bowl, make a space, find a space where you can reach easily to Dada. Om, and now when I say Swaha, you can offer a couple of beats to Shashikant Bhai. Om Prajapataye Swaha idam Prajapataye namama. Om Indraye Swaha idam Indraye namama. Om Agnaye Swaha idam Agnaye namama. Om Somai Swaha idam Somai namama. Om Yamai Swaha idam Yamai namama. Om Mrityave Swaha idam Mrityave namama. Om Brahmane Swaha idam Brahmane namama. Om Bhuhu Swaha idam Agnay namama. Om Bhuvah Swaha idam Vaive namama. Om Swaha Swaha idam Suryay namama. Now instead of Swaha, it will be Kalpatam. When I say Kalpatam, you can offer, or you can offer when I offer. Om Ayur Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Prano Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Chakshur Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Shotram Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Vag Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Manno Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Atma Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Brahma Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Jyotir Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Swar Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Preshtham Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Jagno Jagnena Kalpatam. Now in case something is left in the bowl, you can empty out in the right hand. And when I say Swaha, you can offer everything. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha Swaha idam Prajapataye namama. And then you can place the bowl here and you can start taking your chair. Everybody take your chair please, except three. Ragini Ben, your son and nephew. Please start taking your chair. Okay, now these two coconuts.
Thank you.
Ragini Ben and you can place two coconuts in the two corners. Idam phalam maya devam sthapitam purtastavatena me saflapti bhavit janmani janmani. Om Bhurvasvaham Shashikant Bhai pretasya visheshargyam sampadayami. And then if you can place one here in this corner and turn. And one more here. Now in this corner. Okay, now this buttery part, ghee, if you can touch it and hold it. Om asvattvamadijato sitodayam jayatam puna aso swargaya lokaya swaham jwalatu patake. Om bhur bhuvah swaha swaha idam prajapataye namama. Okay, now we can come here now. If you can light up the one agarbatti. Om Chandrama Manaso Jata Sakshoho Surjo Ajayata Shotrad-Vayushya Pranashya Mukhad-Agni Rajayatam Bodhipadeva Rupastam Karma Sakshi Abhignakrut Yavat Karma Samaptisyat Tavattam Swasiro Bhavam. Om Bhurvasvaham Shashikant Bhai Pretasya Deepam Samarpayami. Om Brahmanasya Mukhamasid Bahu Rajanyah Kretaham Uru Tadasirvaishya Padvyagya Shudro Ajayata. Nil, you will be in the center. Om Bhurvasvaham Shashikant Bhai Pretasya Dhupam Samarpayami. Okay, now when we have to perform this kind of, he is going to do Pindan. Who is doing Pindan? So when we have to perform this kind of puja, we have to have our hair removed. So symbolically, if I can take यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्महत्या विनाशित केशान्य तिष्ठ तिष्ठन्ति तस्मात् केशान् वपाम्यहम्. Okay, now this Janoi. If you can hold it like this. Om Tachaksurdevahitam Purastat Chukramuchiratam Pashyema Sharadaha Satam Jivema Sharadaham Satagushunuyama Saradaha Satam Pabravahama Saradaham Satamadinaha Shyama Saradaham Satam Bhuyasya Saradaha Satata. Om Granthi Devtabhyo Namaham Om Tantu Devtabhyo Namaham Om Yagnopavitam Paramam Pavitram Prajapateryat Sahajam Purastad Ayushyamagram Pratimancha Subhram Yagnopavitam Balamastu Tejaham Om Bhurvua Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvua Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvua Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Underarm. You can also wear like that. Om Pavitroste Vaishnavyo Saviturvaha Prasava Utpunamya Chidrena Pavitrena Suryasya Rasmibhihi Pavitrapati Pavitraputasya Yatamaha Punetachateyam. Take the spoon and hold it. Om Atradya Mahamangalya Punya Pavitra Masattame Mase Mahamase Shukla Pakshe Chaturdashyam Evam Purnimayam Titho भौमवासरे यथा वर्तमान नक्षत्र मुहूर्त समवाये एवं ग्रह गण विशेषण विशेष्ठायम शुभ पुण्य तिथौ. If you can repeat this is grandfather, right? If you can repeat this. Kashyapa Gotra Asmata Pitamaha Shashikant Bhai Pretasya Dahartham Utkrantyadi Pind Pradhanam Aham Karishye. Water goes here. Now your Janoi goes like this, and 6 times water on 1, 2, 3, 6 times you can offer it. Om Atradya Mahamangalya Punya Pavitra Masattame Mase Mahamase Shukla Pakshe Chaturdashyam Evam Purnimayam Titho भौमवासरे यथा वर्तमान नक्षत्र मुहूर्त समवाये एवं ग्रह गण विशेषण विशिष्टायम शुभ पुण्य तिथौ काश्यप गोत्र शशिकांत भाई प्रेत शव निमित्तम अवने जन्म मदत्तम तवोपतिष्ठधाम. So when someone passes away in our family, we totally offer 6 pins like this, because man has 5 senses. All those 5 senses are given back to God. Now the soul tries to enter the body. In order to remove that, the fascination, affinity for the soul. So if 5 senses are what we say like disabled, then soul doesn't try to enter the body. This is the reason why we offer 5 pins. So suppose we are at Khairgam house, and before we go to Smasan, we offer the first pin at home. It is called Shav. Om Madhya Purvaccharitayam Gargana Visheshena Vishishtayam Shubha Punya Titho Kashyap Gotram Shashikant Bhai Preta Shav Nimittam Eshate Pindah Madattam Stavo Patishtatham. Kashyap Gotram Shashikant Bhai Preta Shav Nimittam Pinde Pratyavne Janam Gandam Puspam Yavakshatan Tulsi Patram Dhupam Deepam Naivedyam Madattam Tavo Patishtatham. You can use spoon if you want. One by one. There are 5 things you can offer. And then once he is done, you can offer. So this is the first pindan we did. And now, before we go to Smasan, in your main entrance, door frame, Gujarati mein called umbar, we have to offer the second pin. Its name is Panth. Om Madhya Purvaccharitayam Gargana Visheshana Vishishtayam Shubha Punya Titho Kashyap Gotram Shashikant Bhai Preta Dwar Deshe Pantha Nimittam Avne Janam Madattam Tavo Patishtatham. Kashyap Gotram Shashikant Bhai Preta Dwar Deshe Pantha Nimittam Eshate Pindah Madattam Stavo Patishtatham. Same thing is to be repeated. Now water goes first. Kashyap Gotram शशिकांतबाई प्रेत द्वारदेशे पांथनिमित्तं पिंडे प्रत्यवनी जनम गंधम पुष्पम यवाक्षतां तुलसीपत्रम धूपम दीपम नैवेद्यम मदत्तम तवोपतिष्ठताम. Now finally we are ready to go to Smasan. The grandson is carrying fire in a matli, and we all are lifting Shashikantbai. As in, imagine to be in Khairgam. So when I say Sri Rama, you need to say Sri Rama, Sri Rama, Sri Rama, Sri Rama, Sri Rama, Sri Rama. We are out of your house. Once we pass your society, Mollo, Seri, whatever we call, and where we go to main street, where there is an intersection, 3 or 4 crossroads, over there we have to place him and offer the third pin. Its name is Khechar. Om Adya Purvacharithayam Gargana Visheshanam Vishesthayam Shubha Punya Tithau Kashyap Gotram Shashikantbai Preta Chatvari Khecha Nimittam Avane Janam Madattam Tavo Patishtatamam Kashyap Gotra Shashikantbai Preta Chatvari Khecha Nimittam Eshate Pindah Madattam Stavo Patishtatamam Kashyap Gotram Shashikantbai Preta Chatvari Khecha Nimittam Pinde प्रत्यवने जनम गंधम पुष्पम यवाक्षतां तुलसीपत्रम धूपम दीपम नैवेद्यम मदत्तम तवोपतिष्ठतामम. So ladies used to come only up to this point, intersection, lighting up a divo. Ladies used to go back home, and only the man walked to Smasan, carrying him on the shoulder, because it is written in Garud Puran that Dutva skande sopitaram yo Smasanaya gacchati शो अश्वमेघ फलम पुत्रो लभते ज पदे पदे नित्वा स्कंदे स पृष्ठेंगे सदा तातेन लालित तदेव तद्रुणान्मुच्चे नमृतम सपितरम बहे. Meaning the son or the grandson or the daughter to these days who carries their deceased father or grandfather's body on the shoulder and walk to crematory always get the punya of Ashwamedh Yagna, because during the life, the first obligation that he brought you into this world. And he did not just throw you away. He had a lot of sacrifices. Even at this point, he may have told you that, beta, I have some extra marks, take it. If I need it, I will use the handkerchief. Up to this point, he was ready to sacrifice. And the relationship between the father and daughter in any religion, any community, anywhere in universe is totally unique. They have unconditional love. And so here too, when we go back, we will lift him and walk to Smasan. So right now, we are proceeding to Smasan in Khairgam. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram 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 Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. In this way, we keep walking to Smasan, and now in every town or village, the distance between home and the Smasan, in between, there is a center point which is called Visram Sthan. Over there, we have to place him and offer the fourth pin. Its name is Bhuth. ओम अद्य पूर्वोच्चारितयं गर्गण विशेषणं विशिष्टायं शुभ पुण्यतिथौ काश्यप गोत्रं शशिकांतबाई प्रेत विश्रांत भूत निमित्तम अवने जन्म मदत्तम तवोपतिष्ठताम. काश्यप गोत्रं शशिकांतबाई प्रेत विश्रांत भूत निमित्तम एषते पिंडः मदत्तम स्तवोपतिष्ठताम. काश्यप गोत्र शशिकांतबाई प्रेत विश्रांत भूत निमित्तम पिंडे प्रत्यवने जनम गंधम पुष्पम यवाक्षतां तुलसीपत्रम धूपम दीपम नैवेद्यम मदत्तम तवोपतिष्ठताम. So up to this point, his head was heading. Suppose we are walking that way. Now the head will go on the back side, and the legs will be heading. And once again we are on our way to Smasan. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram 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 Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. In this way, we reach the Smasan. Now the Bhumi where he is to be cremated back, if back home, they clean with water, ગંગાજળ we already place. Now this words I've used in Gujarati, મારે બધાને જણાવવું નથી કે ગાયનું મૂત્ર અને ગાયના છાણથી લીપણ કરીને they make a ભૂમિ. So Yamadut do not enter there, and Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh themselves come to receive him. So this is Gomutra, and then we are making a bhumi. Om Bhurasi Bhumirasya Ditirasi Vishwadhaya Vishwasya Bhuvanasya Dhattim Prithivim Yacha Prithivim Druham Prithivim Mahinsihi. Om Prithivittvaya Dhruta Lokam Devitvam Vishnuna Dhruta Tvam Chadharai Maham Devi Pavitram Kuruchasanam. With the spoon, if you can offer water. Om Bhurvasva Bhumya Namaha Sarvopchari Gandham Puspam Samarpayami. Om Idamapah Prahvata Madhyam Cha Malam Cha Yata Yacha Bidrudroha Nrutam Yacha Shepe Abhirunam Apo Ma Tasma Dena Sah Pavamanascha Munchatu. Om Bhurvasvaham Bhumya Namah Sarvopcharte Pratna Purukam Namaskaran Samarpayan. Bhumi is ready. Now we have to make a cheetah pyre. Using sandalwood, samidas and all those stuff, we make pyre. This is symbolically cheetah. Om Samiddo Anjana Krutaram Matinam Drutamagne Madhumatpinvamanah Vajivahan Vajinam Jata Vedo Devanam Vaksipriyama Sadyastham. Om Apeto Yantu Panayo Sumna Deva Piyavah Asya Lokah Sutavatah Dubiraho Biraktu Birvyaktam Yamau Dadatva Vasanamasme. So Chitta is ready now. At Chitta place, we offer the fifth pin. Its name is Vayu. Om Adya Purvacharithayam Gargana Visheshana Vishisthayam Shubha Punyatitho Kashyap Gotram Shashikant by Preta Chitasthane Vayu Nimittam Avane Janam Madattam Tavo Patishtatham. Kashyap Gotram Shashikant by Preta Chitasthane Vayu Nimittam Eshate Pindah Madattam Stavo Patishtatham. Kashyap Gotra Shashikant by Preta Chitasthane Vayu Nimittam Pinde Pratyavne Janam Gandham Puspam Yabakshatan Tulsi Patram Dupam Dipam Naivedyam Madattam Tavo Patishtatham. Kesri Sai Natha Guru Govindam Partipureshwara Jaya Govindam Prashanti Nilayam Radhe Govindam Shri Guru Jaya Guru Vithala Govinda Vithala 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 Govinda Shri Guru Jaya Guru Vithala Govinda. Now Shashikant Bhai came to this world, and unfortunately, untimely. I always say untimely because parents, however old are they, even if they are 150 years old, their death is always untimely, as there is only one father and mother in the life. So whatever sweet memories he had with the families and friends, he is going to carry with him. The sixth one goes in his right hand. We can place it here. Om Adya Purvacharithayam Gargana Visheshana Vishisthayam Shubha Punyatithau Kashyap Gotra Shashikant by Preta Sau Nimittam Avune Sau Hasya Sadak Nimittam Avune Janam Madattam Tavo Patishtatham. Kashyap Gotra Shashikant by Preta Sau Hasya Sadak Nimittam Eshate Pindah Madattam Stavo Patishtatham. Kashyap Gotra Shashikant by Preta Sau Hasya Sadak Nimittam Pinde Pratyavne Janam Gandham Puspam Yavakshatan Tulsi Patram Dupam Dipam Naivedyam Madattam Tavo Patishtatham. Now if you can hold it neat, and if you can repeat. Follow. Anena Anena Pind Danena Kashyap Gotra Asmata Pitamaha Shashikant Bhai Preta Sadgati Uttam Loka Praptihi. Water goes here. Now, if you can take a spoon of water again. Om Adya Purvacharithayam Gargana Visheshana Vishisthayam Shubha Punyatithau Kashyap Gotram Shashikant Bhai Preta Dahartham Kapalagni Siddhyartham Ajyena Samasta Vyahruti Tata Prayashchit Homam Karishye. Water goes here. Now, one of the grandson who was carrying fire in the matli, when we left the house, That fire needs some offering. So we are going to create that fire here. Om Agni Dutam Puro Dadhe Havyavavahamu Pabruve Devam Asadayadiham Om Chatvari Srunga Trayo Asya Padadve Sir सप्तहस्तासौ अस्य त्रिधा बद्धो वृखभोरो रवितिमहो देवो मर्त्यम् आविवेश ओम अग्ने वैश्वानर शाण्डिल्यासित देवलेति त्रिपवरान्वित भूमिर्मातः वरुणपितः मेघध्वज प्राङ्मुख मम सम्मुखो भव ओम अग्नये नमः सर्वोपचारते गन्धं पुष्पमक्षतान् समर्पयामि અને અગ્નિને નમસ્કાર. ઓમ અગ્નિમ પ્રજ્વલતિમ વંદે જાતવેદ હુતાશનમ હિરણ્યવર્ણમલ્લમ સમૃદ્ધો વિશ્વતો મુખમ. ઓમ અગ્નય નમઃ પ્રાર્થનાપૂર્વકમ નમસ્કારાન સમર્પયામિ. ઓકે, નાઉ we can use this, that's fine. There is a hole in here. You can just hold it, and nephew and Ragini Ben, you can one by one you can offer ghee in the spoon here. Yeah, when I ask you, you can give it to him. Om. Okay. Om Prajapataye Swaha Idam Prajapataye Namama. Om Indrai Swaha Idam Indrai Namama. Om Agnaye Swaha Idam Agnaye Namama. Om Somai Swaha Idam Somai Namama. Om Vishnave Swaha Idam Vishnave Namama. Om Rudrai Swaha Idam Rudrai Namama. Om Lomabhyah Swaha Idam Lomabhya Namama. Om Tvache Swaha Idam Tvache Namama. Om Lohitai Swaha Idam Lohitai Namama. Om Medobhyah Swaha Idam Medobhya Namama. Om Mangsebhyah Swaha Idam Mangsebhya Namama. Om Snayubhyah Swaha Idam Snayubhya Namama. Om Asthibhyah Swaha Idam Asthibhya Namama. Om Majabhyah Swaha Idam Majabhya Namama. Om Retase Swaha Idam Retase Namama. Om Payave Swaha Idam Payave Namama. Om Ayasai Swaha Idam Ayasai Namama. Om Prayasai Swaha Idam Prayasai Namama. Om Sanyasai Swaha Idam Sanyasai Namama. Om Vyasai Swaha Idam Vyasai Namama. Om Udyasai Swaha Idam Udyasai Namama. Om Suche Swaha Idam Suche Namama. Now you can offer. Om Suche Swaha Idam Suche Namama. Om Sochate Swaha Idam Sochate Namama. Om Sochmanai Swaha Idam Sochmanai Namama. Om Saukai Swaha Idam Saukai Namama. Om Tapase Swaha Idam Tapase Namama. Om Tapyate Swaha Idam Tapyate Namama. Om Taptamanai Swaha Idam Taptamanai Namama. Om Taptai Swaha Idam Taptai Namama. Om Dharmai Swaha Idam Dharmai Namama. Om Niskritye Swaha Idam Niskritye Namama. Om Prayashchitye Swaha Idam Prayashchitye Namama. Om Beshajai Swaha Idam Beshajai Namama. Om Yamai Swaha Idam Yamai Namama. Om Antakai Swaha Idam Antakai Namama. Om Mrityave Swaha Idam Mrityave Namama. Om Brahmane Swaha Idam Brahmane Namama. Om Brahmahatyai Swaha Idam Brahmahatyai Namama. Om Vishwebhya Devebhyah Swaha Idam Vishwebhya Devebhya Namama. Om Dya Prithivibhyam Swaha Idam Dya Prithivibhyam Namama. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Swaha Idam Prajapataye Namama. Rice and sesame if you can offer inside. Om Kravyadagnana Sarvopchar Tilaksatan Samarpayami. Om Asvattvamadijato Sitvadayam Jayatam Puna Aso Swargaya Lokaya Swaha. That's it. Jolatu Patake. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Swaha Idam Prajapataye Namama. Okay, now we need to go by. Ready? Dada? कि गोविंद कृष्ण जय गोपाल कृष्ण जय गोपाल लाल बाल राधा कृष्ण जय गोविंद कृष्ण जय गोपाल कृष्ण जय गोपाल लाल बाल राधा कृष्ण जय 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 कृष्ण 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 जय कृष्ण 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 जय गोविंद कृष्ण जय गोपाल कृष्ण जय गोपाल लाल बाल राधा कृष्ण जय राइट हैंड गोपी कमल हारी प्यारी बाह्य मीरा मन विहारी मदन मोहन मुरलीधारी कृष्ण जय गोपी कमल हारी प्यारी बाह्य मीरा मन विहारी मदन मोहन मुरलीधारी कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय कृष्ण 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 जय यू कैन होल्ड वन हैंड you can hold second hand and hold it okay on the top ओम तस्मादग्नत् सर्वहुतः संव्रतं प्रखदाज्यम पशुंस्तांश्चक्रे वायव्या नारण्यग्राम्यांश्च ये ओम भूर्भुवस्वहं शशिकन्बै प्रेतस्य वस्त्रं समर्पयामि now we have to be careful on the other side with the garland so okay we can cover him okay now the garland you can call mom to put the garland mom that's kaki ओम सेवंतिका बकुल चंपक पाटलाब्जे पुन्नागजाति करवीर रसाल पुष्पै बिल्व प्रवाल तुलसी दलमालती स्वाम पूजयामि जगदीश्वर में प्रसीदम ओम भूर्भुवस्वहं शशिकन्बै प्रेतस्य पुष्पमालां समर्पयामि okay now okay beta you need to balance this the fire has to be on so you can handle it in such a way that the fire will be on either of you can come and now counterclockwise 4 times pradakshina that's circling around dada counterclockwise you can join me om keep going this way ओम आपो हिष्ठामयो भुवस्थान ऊर्जे दधातनहं महेरणाय चक्षसे यो वाह शिवतमो रसस्य भाजयते हनाहं उशतीरिव मातरः तस्म अरङ्गमामहो यस्य वाय जिन्वथ आपो जनयथाचनहं ओम सप्तास्यासन परिदयस्त्रिः सप्तसमिदः कृतः देवायज्ञन् तन्वाना अबध्नन् पुरुखन् पशुं यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि सर्वाणि नश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणां पदे पदे ओम हरि ओम नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत ईखवे बाहुभ्यामुतते नमः जाते रुद्रा शिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनितया नस्तन्वा शन्तमया गिरिसन्ताभिचाकशिः ओम करचरणकृतं वां कायजं कर्मजं वां श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा परादं विहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाब्दे श्रीमहादेव शम्भो ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् for 5 minutes can we stand so the ancestors that passed away in your family mom grandfather grandmother aja bapa ajiba everybody you can do namaskar mama mami kaka kaki whoever passed away you can do namaskar to them आब्रह्मस्तम्भपर्यन्तं देवर्षि पितृमानवः तृप्यन्तु पितरः सर्वे मातृमातामहादयः अतितकुलकोटीनां सप्तदीपनिवासिनाम् आब्रह्मा भुवनालोकां दिदमस्तु तिलोदकं ये बान्धवा ये यन्यजन्मनि बान्धवा ते सर्वतृप्तिमायान्तु मया दत्तेन वारेण ये केचिस्मत्कुले जाताम् अपुत्रा गोत्रिणो मृतां ते गृह्णन्तु मया दत्तं वस्त्रनिष्पीडनोदकम् ओम ब्रह्मजज्ञानं प्रथमं पुरस्ताद्विषीमतिसुरुचो वेन आवह सुबुज्ञा उपमा अस्य विष्टा सतश्च योनिमसतस्य विवहम् ओम ब्रह्मणे नमः प्रार्थनापूर्वकं नमस्कारान् समर्पयामि ओम इदं विष्णुविचक्रमे टेढानि दडे पदं समूढमस्य पाग्गुसुरेष्वाहम् ओम विष्णवे नमः प्रार्थनापूर्वकं नमस्कारान् समर्पयामि ओम हरि ओम नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत ईखवे बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः जाते रुद्रा शिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तन्वा शन्तमया गिरिसन्ताभिचाकशिः ओम रुद्राय नमः प्रार्थनापूर्वकं नमस्कारान् समर्पयामि ओम यमाय त्वाङ्गिरस्वती पितृमते स्वाहा स्वाहा धर्मपित्रे ओम यमाय नमः प्रार्थनापूर्वकं नमस्कारान् समर्पयामि ओम प्रेता जयता नर इन्द्रो वह शर्म यच्छतु उग्रा वह सन्तु बाहुना द्रख्यायता सत ओम तत्पुरुषाय नमः प्रार्थनापूर्वकं नमस्कारान् समर्पयामि यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुत स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यस्तवै वेदसाङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदै गायन्ति यं सामगां ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसां पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तन विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः कृत्वा सुदुष्करं कर्म जानता वाप्य जानतां मृत्युकालवशं ज्ञात्वा नरं पञ्चत्वमागतं धर्मसमायुक्तं लोभमोहसमावृतं दहेयं सर्वगात्राणि दिव्यान् लोकान् स गच्छतु ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरो खदयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगुं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि यतो यतः समीहसे ततो नो अभयं कुरु शन्नः कुरु प्रजाभ्यो भयन्नः पशुभ्यः ॐ शान्तिः 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 सुशान्तिर्भवतु we gave according to our rituals we gave him live agni. Some places they don't let us do that there, but here they will let us do that. So at this point, we are going to do Omkar, Pranav Mantra. We are going to do Omkar 3 times, and then we will have a moment of silence in Shashikant Bhai's honor. असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं मृगमय ओम शांति 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 सुशांतिर्भवतु. तो पूज्य શશિકાંતભાઈના પ્રેમાળ પવિત્ર અને પુણ્યશાળી આત્માની અંતિમ વિધિ કરવામાં પહેલાં તો તમે મને જે તક આપી અને ત્યાર પછી પૂજા દરમિયાન તમે જે શાંતિ જાળવી તો એમનું સન્માન તો થયું, મારું પણ સન્માન થયું કહેવાય. મારે ઋણી છું, હૃદયપૂર્વક નમસ્કાર કરું છું. બેસી જવા જો, 5 મિનિટનું કામ બાકી છે હજી. નાઉ વેન અગ્નિ સંસ્કાર ઇઝ ડન વી કલેક્ટ એસ. યુ કેન સી ડન. વી કલેક્ટ એસ. સો સિમ્બોલિકલી ઇફ યુ કેન ટેપ ઇટ એન્ડ પુટ ઇટ બેક. ओम अस्वत्वमधिजातो शीत्वदयं जायतां पुनः असो स्वर्गाय लोकाय स्वाहा ज्वलतु पातके ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः स्वाहा इदं प्रजापतये नमः. Okay, now Neil, watch me. You can stand there. Now this time we are going clockwise, 4 times pradakshina clockwise. And you will be carrying this on the right shoulder. You can help take the left hand, yeah. So when we walk around, in the first 2 pradakshina he will do that, and then next 2 pradakshina he will do that. Now they will offer milk on Shashikant by like this. This is called pacifying chitta. ठंडी करेली कहवाय चिता. ओम मध्य पूर्वोच्चारित्यं ग्रहण विशेषण विशिष्टायं शुभ पुण्यतिथौ काश्यप गोत्र शशिकांतबाई प्रेत चितादाहो उपशमनार्थं च दाहजनित पीडां उपशमनार्थं च इदम् उदकाञ्जलिस्ते उपतिष्ठताम्. ओम अद्भ्यः संव्रतः पृथिव्यैरसाच्च विश्वकर्मणः समवर्तताग्रे तस्य त्वष्टा विद्द्रूपमेति तन्मर्तस्य देवत्वमाजानमग्रे. ओम वेदाहमेतं पुरुखं महान्तमादित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेव विदित्वाति मृत्युमेति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय. ओम प्रजापतिश्चरति गर्भे अन्तर्जायमानो बहुधा विजायते तस्य योनिं परिपश्यन्ति दिरास्तस्मिन्नः तस्तुर्भुवनानि विश्वम्. ओम जो देवेभ्यो आतपतये जो देवानां पुरोहितः पूर्वो जो देवेभ्यो जातो नमो रुचाय ब्रह्मये. ओम रुचं ब्रह्म्यं जनयन्तो देवा अग्रे तदब्रुवन्नम् जस्त्वैवं ब्राह्मणो विद्यतस्य देवा असन्वसे. ओम श्रीश्च ते लक्ष्मीश्च पत्न्या वहोरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपमश्विनो व्यात्तम् इष्णन्निखाणामुम्मयि खाण सर्वलोकमयि खाणम्. ओम अनादिनिधिनो देव शंखचक्र गदाधर अक्षय पुंडरीकाक्ष प्रेतमोक्ष पदभो अतसि पुष्पशंकासं प्रीतवाच्य समुचितं ये नमस्यन्ति गोविंद नटशां विद्यते भवं. कृष्ण कृष्ण कृपालत्वम् अगतिनां गतिर्भव संसारणं मग्ननं प्रसीद पुरुषोत्तमं. नारायण सुरस्य सुलक्ष्मीकांत वरप्रद अनेन तर्पणेनाथ प्रेतमोक्ष प्रदभो. हिरण्यगर्भ पुरुषो व्यक्ता स्वरूपिणी अस्य प्रेतस्य मोक्षार्थं सुप्रीदो भव सर्वदा. Back home we drop it on the floor and break it. So imagine you are throwing, okay, and then we break it now. It's automatically going to break inside there. Now, needless to say that you are going to apologize in case you hurt him. We all do that. In case you hurt him during the life. But you can tell him anything, like you can say, Daddy, if we are worthy to you, if we deserve you, and in case you have to take the second birth, તો મને તમારી દીકરી બનાવજો, મારે કોઈ ત્યાં જવું નથી. Anything you can say. Here I am going to recite Bhagavad Gita's 12th and 15th chapter, and then I hand over to family. Now, so we can do Bhagavad Gita during the production, then we will start. So, Shashikant Bhai, I will recite Bhagavad Gita chapter during the production because there are a lot of speeches coming on. Shashikant Bhai is leaving us. Very few moments are left, less than an hour. So he wants to talk to God first, and then he says a couple of words to us. What he talks to God: O most merciful God, I repent for all my sins. Now he may not have committed any sins, but we human beings, a lot of times we kill insects and all those stuff. That is sin. So I repent for all my sins, for every thought that was false or unjust or unclean, for every word spoken that should not have been spoken, for every deed that should not have been done. I repent for every word, deed and thought inspired by selfishness or hatred or lust. I repent for every lustful action and thought, for any lie, for any hypocrisy, for every promise given but not fulfilled, and for any slander or backbiting. In your unbounded mercy, I ask you to forgive me for all my sins. I repent for every word, deed, and thought that pained or harmed, that hurt others. Now, and last but not least, he says to God that, oh God, please forgive me and my family for our constant failure to think, speak, and act according to your will. And now he says a couple of words to us. He says, I'm very thankful to all of you for being here on my last exit or departure from this planet. Those who couldn't make it, I can understand, but at least you are here. And he further says that if during the life, if I hurt you, I apologize. In case you hurt me, you already have my forgiveness. And he wants you to carry on the legacy, the value and the culture, Shashikant by daughter, grandsons. He wants you to be very healthy, happy and prosperous in all the areas of life, saying that I'm not going to be there directly, but along with my wife, that's your mother, I will be always there indirectly to protect you. Subham bhavadu, kalyanamastu, arogyamastu, aishwaryamastu, shantirastu, tuštirastu, dhanakanak samruddhirastu. Hari Om, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And now I hand over to family. Those who want to share the memory or wants to say something, few words, you can come forward here by the podium.
I'm gonna start. I can start. Yeah. Yeah. First of all, I want to thank you to everyone who's here today to pay respects to my dad and to thank you to all the people who are not here but who have sent many messages of support and respect for my dad. I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. Let me just take a few minutes to tell you about this amazing man who I was privileged and blessed to call my dad. Again, every person should have. He was almost a perfect father. Some of the words that come to mind to describe my dad, he was that calm, steady presence. He did not teach my brother and I by lecturing us. He taught us by his actions. He was calm, always, anytime he had to talk. I don't think I ever remember him yelling or screaming or anything like that. It was always in a very calm manner, anything that he had to tell us. He was generous to a fault. He loved giving to so many charities, and I used to joke that I'm the official calendar supplier for my department because we used to get stacks and stacks of mails from all the charities that he donated to. everybody loved him. I mean, anybody who's gotten to know him truly like respected him in every way. I just always felt so lucky that he was my father, and I always say this, you don't get to choose your parents. So my brother and I always used to say, we really hit the lottery when we, for the parents that we had. I used to, in recent times, I accompanied my dad on a lot of doctor appointments and such, and I always got a big kick out of it because everybody always knew we were father and daughter because I have his exact eye color. They would look at him and say, oh, you have such beautiful eyes. And then I would make sure I opened my eyes wide so they saw that I inherited his eyes. We, especially in the last 2 years with COVID and working from home, in some way it was a big blessing. Because I got to spend that much more time with him. Papa, I will really miss you every single day of my life. I will miss our tea together. I will miss making the different foods for you. I will miss watching the Indian shows on Saturday, and we had a ritual in the last year and a half, where every evening we watch Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune together. He really enjoyed those shows, and we always did that. Again, like I said, I feel like I've been the luckiest person to have had such a great dad in my life, that it's a huge loss. And I'm going to miss him, like I said, every single day. I love you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, just to reflect, like my mom said, thank you all for coming here. I read a quote some time ago that when a grandparent is a little bit parent, a little bit teacher, and a little bit best friend. Shashikant, or what Ria and I called him Nana, or what Nikita and Neil called him Papa, was all three. More than a few memories I can reflect on when I spent odd summers at Nana's house as a kid when mom and dad had to go work for the day. Me and Ria would play seemingly all day, jumping from kitchen to loft to outside to bedroom to communal pool. And Nana was more than happy to have us there and offer anything and everything he could. He always looked out for us, and there was not a time where he would not go above and beyond to make his grandchildren feel loved. He was one of the best teachers, whether he knew it or not. As everyone knows, he had a rigid diet and yoga routine for most of his life, with the exception being Tums and chocolate later on. There was more than a few times I would spy him doing yoga in the living room early in the morning when I had to get up for school. This was a great indicator of his temperament and his attitude towards life and how to deal with problems, challenges, and anything of the like. No matter what, keep calm. In fact, practice calmness. Keeping calm and steady was something that stuck with me for a long time as one of the seemingly endless lessons I learned from him growing up. And last but certainly not least, he was one of the best friends I ever had. Not a day would go by where he was not happy to see me. Even if I had seen him not even an hour previously, he had always had a big smile on his face whenever I would see him. Bless you all the time became a quote I would hear often, and one that I would always get a kick out of hearing every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. While I feel nothing short of broken now that Nana is gone, he will always be another parent, a great teacher, and an endlessly loving best friend. Wherever he is, I hope there is chocolate, Tums, tea, and coverage of both Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Thank you.
Like Remy, I have many fond memories of and with Papa from my childhood, and I will cherish those forever. Papa and Ba were part of so many of my earliest memories of birthdays, holidays, and everything in between. I was lucky to be able to hog them to myself for 4 years before they were blessed with other grandchildren. I'll never take that for granted. A lot of what Remy said rings true in my memories too. He was a pillar of patience and generosity my whole life. And since I've only had him for 30 years, I can only imagine what he meant and represented to everyone whose lives he touched before he was my grandfather. Some of the memories I hold most dear, though, are more recent, ones that we've shared with him in the past year and a half. When Papa's son, my dad, passed away, I didn't think that we would ever be able to laugh or smile again. Papa, however, managed to bring light and laughter into our lives during our darkest time, whether it was by trying to sneak a Costco-sized bottle of Tums into his jacket because he thought it was candy, or by insisting that he sweep our whole garage with a broom that was just as tall as him while wearing my mom's polka-dotted flip-flops, or by my favorite, simply taking a piece of toast out of Neil's hands and eating it and walking away. His antics, which we lovingly call them, brought so much laughter into our lives in a time when we really needed it the most. He also gave the very best hugs, which always ended with "bless you." None of the humor may have been intentional on Papa's part, but I don't think it's any coincidence that he became our source of joy. I think that everyone would agree that despite the pain that we feel from losing him, Papa's life was a long and beautiful one. We should all be so lucky to reflect back at the end of our lives and be able to say what Papa can say. That our hard work earns us a wonderful home and comfortable life for ourselves and our families. That the children that we put on this earth are as responsible for raising are as selfless, loving, and generous as my Fui and my dad. That we form lasting relationships and build community the way that Papa could. And that ultimately we make the lives of those around us better in any way possible, which Papa did for his family and friends in countless ways. Selfishly, I hoped he would stay here for longer, but in my heart I know that wherever he is, he's now found the peace that he so deeply deserves, reunited with Ba and Fuaji and Dad. Our lives are all better because we shared Papa's moment, and until we meet again, we live with all the love that he's left behind. I love you, Papa, and I'll spend the rest of my days living in gratitude that I'm your granddaughter.
I don't have a very good way with words like Remy and Nikita, but I just have some I'm just going to say what I need to say. So Nana was a very special guy. He was the only grandfather I've had and known, and he will always have a special place in my heart. He was the most easygoing and organized person I knew, which is probably where I get that from. And although he was organized, he did have the tendency to hoard things. And not too long ago, when I was looking through his desk drawer, I open it to find it full of just tissues, unused. I don't know what he was saving them for, but to each his own. And those that knew him knew that for most of his life he was very, health conscious, always watching what he ate, reading food labels, not eating too much sugar. He would even, with his crackers, scrape off the salt because he thought there was too much salt on his crackers. And after hearing his countless speeches about how French fries and pizza aren't good for you for so many years, he switched up on us and began eating chocolate like it was his job. And sometimes he would leave a little paper trail of candy wrappers around the house. And among many things, Nana, he also loved pan. Growing up, I remember every night he would make his pan, and every night he would let me sit on his lap to make it. So each night I would call it an episode of making pan, because I had a front row seat to the show. I'm not really quite sure how many episodes there were, because I grew up and lost interest, but that'll always be one of my fondest memories of him. And the past couple of years, he definitely developed a passion for giving out blessings, as Remy and Nikita said. Always handing out them to anybody who came by. I would get them probably at least 4 or 5 times a day, so I'm sorry, but I think I'm the most blessed person in this room. And of course it's sad to see him leave us, and I'll miss him dearly, but he was more than ready to go, which puts me at ease. And I know that his soul will be resting peacefully, and I will forever be proud to be his granddaughter. Thank you.
At this point, if anybody else would like to say a few words, please feel free to come up. Yeah, Bharat, and after that, Parimal.
Good afternoon. I would first like to thank you all for being here today to celebrate the life of my Fuaji, Shashikant Desai. The number of you who took the time to gather here is a testament to how important Fuaji was in many of our lives. Fuaji inherited some good genes and lived a long but a very purposeful life. He was ever so helpful to anyone he came across. That saying, only the good die young, should be changed to only the best live long. Fuaji was so good and beloved by so many that he was needed here more. We will miss him very much. I want to give a short story about his kindness. Fuaji, after settling down in the US, came back to India for the first time in the mid-70s and persuaded my dad to immigrate here, if not for anything, but for his kids. That's us. I remember me and my brother with my dad staying up to 2 o'clock in the morning, listening to his stories of life in the US. He had just placed an order for a custom-built Buick LeSabre with all the options, a concept unheard of in India at that time. We were so enamored by that. I, along with my brother and sister, are so grateful that he was able to convince my dad. We surely are indebted to him for sponsoring us. May he rest in peace. Let us all cherish his life, his kindness, and celebrate all the wonderful memories we have of him. Thank you.
So Parimal said it all very nicely. But again, I always tell my family, my husband and my children, that the only reason we are all here and so blessed is because Fuaji and Irufui sponsored us and asked us to come to the US for a better future. So we're truly, truly blessed. I want to also talk about some of the fun memories I have of Fuaji. He loves his pan, obviously, and he loves pani puri. That was one of his favorite dishes that I remember growing up, even from Bombay and even here, eating with him. And also, he loved, now that we go to Florida, he loved coming to our little condo there, and every morning he would get up even before I was awake and do Surya Namaskar. And then we would go for a beach walk, and me and Ragini would tell him to sit down on a bench. So we said we would just go on the beach and we'll come back in a little while, we'll just stay here. And he would say, no, I also want to come and walk on the sand. So then we would walk slowly with him, but he's like walking fast so that because he didn't want us to slow down because of him. Then we would tell him, okay, you wait here for a little bit, we're just going to go in the water a little bit to dip our feet. And he said, but I want to do that too. So he would come with us in the water too. So he lived every moment of his life to the fullest. And Raju would always say that you're giving him too much wine, because in the evening we would have our little happy hour and it's like he's drinking too much red wine, and we would say, no, he enjoys it, let him drink it. He's not driving anywhere. We are taking him everywhere. So those are some of the happy memories that I'll never forget. And again, I will always be eternally grateful to him and Irufui for getting us to the US. Thank you all. Thank you for coming.
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Narayan, Sadhguru Dev Ki Jai Jai Jai. On behalf of Indian Culture Society of New Jersey, we want to express our sincere, deepest condolences to entire Desai Kaka's family. બેને બહુ સરસ એક વાક્ય હમણાં કહ્યું, and I was on the same track as well. Action speaks louder than words, and that's what he was. He was part of our organization for a very, very, very long time. A best way to describe him, he was a team player, well respected, well spoken, and most importantly, interestingly, and I'm sure you all will agree with me, and we all talked about it, even we went to, and we have often have gone to senator's office or any politician's office, and always there was a remark, he was a well-dressed man all the time. All the time. And જે હું વાક્ય કહું છું એ બિલકુલ સાચું છે, because I have gone to senator's office with him, અને ઘણીવાર અમે લોકો well dressed નહોતા, પણ he was always wearing a blazer, a tie and proper attire all the time. સૌથી પહેલા ઇવેન્ટમાં આવવાનું અને સૌથી છેલ્લે જવાનું, that was his trademark. બધાને ખબર દેસાઈ કાકા બેઠા જશે. More often he was there well before us, because he was a team player. He was for all about organization, and he has done a great many things for our community. Just couple days ago, Sunday night, I think we were watching Super Bowl, and my daughter, અમે લોકો વાત કરતા હતા, एक टाइम में my daughter पूछी who passed away there, and I say Desai Kaka, and these are her exact words. So she said, Desai Kaka, is that the Dada who sat by the dandiya table at the garba all the time? And I said yes, and then I showed the picture that you sent me, and I said yeah. Oh, ये मने कायम कहता था कि बेटा 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 बेटा. So that's how he was. He has left that kindness, that attachment, not only in our one generation, but I'm sure throughout the family, friends, and the entire community. And he will be remembered for his kindness and what he has achieved in his family, in his life, in the community. I'm sure the community will miss him, but at ICS and the family will remember him for a very, very, very long time. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Narayan.
Good afternoon, everyone. This eulogy is on behalf of Rameshbhai and Hansaben Desai and family. Our deepest condolences to the late Shashikant by his family, standing behind me and in front of me here. Leaving behind daughter Ragini Ben, two lovely grandchildren, Remy and Ria, our daughter Anita, and grandkids Nikita and Neil, who will all dearly miss their beloved and precious father, father-in-law, and grandpa. The past few years have been extremely painful and heart-wrenching for all of us. Losing our beloved First Lady Hemantaben, followed by our dear Sashibai, and son Sanjibai, all of whom were true gems and each with their own unique personalities. Last Friday, we said farewell to our headman, creator, and true architect of the family, Shashikant. As painful as the loss is, they say destiny and fate are impossible to predict or change, and all living souls are on the same path to our final destination, the Almighty. As much as we all would like, no one has grounds to argue for or beg for any extension to continue living, nor to grant anyone's wish to be taken early. All we can hope is that when the time comes, the transition be peaceful and pray their souls rest in eternal peace. Today, we know that is the case for our Papa Shashikant. Finally, we must acknowledge our family has been extremely fortunate to be associated with the late Shashikant Bhai's family. It is truly a privilege and a blessing to us. He was sincere, modest, full of wisdom, quiet and soft-spoken, always listening, and had all the qualities and personality of a true gentleman. He'll be leaving us with everlasting memories which will be impossible to forget. We wish him a happy and smooth journey to our Almighty's kingdom, where surely his departed family are eagerly waiting to welcome and receive him with open arms and a big smile. May God bless all of you here, and to those not able to be with us today, to witness a fitting farewell to Shashikant Bhai's holy soul. The Holy Book teaches us love lives forever because it belongs to God, and God is love. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Murali, and I just want to wish the family and everybody here condolences for the loss here. All the words that were said, really deeply moving, it's touching, and I agree with all of it. It was amazing. The man has lived as a legend. Give you a little snap of even just the latest life in him. Unfortunately, he had a little bit of an accident a few months ago. Me and my wife had the opportunity to go visit him in the hospital. And a couple of days, I think, after we were there, and when I walked in, we were only able to visit one at a time. When I walked in, he was very happy. He greeted me, how are you doing, what are you doing? Always still caring for somebody else rather than, himself, who was in a hospital bed. Then my wife got the opportunity to visit him, and apparently he says, I'm 94, I'm still strong. So that's his vim and vitality. But I want to, on the behalf of all the friends of the family, there's a line that gets crossed in terms of where the friends and family are all together. It's I've known obviously Sanjeev and Ragini since Ivy Hill days, and he was always one of that. It's all been said: pillar of strength, calm, quiet. He had a very aura about him. You went to visit other dads and they had talk, whatever. When you went to him, you knew that he always took care. Obviously the quality has trickled down. Sanjeev was expert in that too. And he was also the same. Whenever you were in his presence, he always used to take care of you, make sure you were taken care of. I think somebody mentioned Garbas. Whenever you went to the Garba and he knew you were going to be taken care of. He knew you were going to be seated somewhere and get some things done. So it's deep regret. We will miss him. His journey has been great. He has left a great legacy here. And my heart, our hearts, our friends' hearts, all will miss him. So, okay.
Just a last call if anybody else wants to say a few words. Okay. You want? Okay. We're done, right? Okay. No.
If anybody else? If not, we will start the Pradakshina and we can start with that.
My name is Prakash Patel. I am also a ICS committee member. Rajesh said so many things about him. It reminds me, like he said, that he was coming first before the meeting and he will leave last. So many times our meetings were in Akbar and we were, after the meeting, at 12 o'clock in the parking lot, we will talk. That was our trademark. In the parking lot up to 2 o'clock, 2:30, and he will still be there. He was a great listener. He will not participate in any talk, but if you say something wrong, he will jump into. So he was so knowledgeable, but he will not participate in your regular talk. But he knew everything. One time I asked him, and I said, Dada, how do you know everything? I said, what do you think? I am a lawyer. when I was in India. Here, I don't know what he did. That says about his personality. He was always happy. I personally have a lot of, he was my, sopari partner. He used to eat sopari, so I was eating, and he will share, and I will share mine to him. If he ran out, then he will come to me or I will go to him. I still remember one incident many years ago in Chand Palace. I think somebody had twins. Your twins had yes. Twins had a birthday party, 5 years birthday party or something. And he was so happy. And on behalf of the ICS, I gave the speech on that day also. And I said, Dada, we will meet again. We will celebrate the same, something like this one in Chand Palace when they will become graduate. We will have a graduation party. And he reminded me so many times. Every 2-3 years, I will ask him about you guys, and he will say what they are doing. So, in short, for us, it's a big loss. Always had a great support from him, and we will again miss him. Every time we will, next time we will get together. His presence was always there. Even at Navratri, we will leave at around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and he will live with us, and he will drive 1 hour. That says that how much he was involved with us, how much he loved us. We loved him also, but that was the dedication he had for our ICS. And that all goes to our founder, J.P. Dada, that he invited him and introduced all of us to him. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.
So I just want to say, when I was looking through his stuff,
Right.
I found the ICS
Badge. Right.
He had put it very nicely. He cherished that,
Right.
and it's actually going with him. We have it on him.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's it. That's it. Okay, thank you.
Members go first here with the shawl and our garlands and everything. ॐ तस्मादग्नत् सर्वहुतः सम्भ्रतं प्रकदाद्यं पशंस्तांश्चक्रे वायव्यानारण्याग्राम्यांश्च ॐ भूर्भुवस्वहं शशिकन् वै प्रेतस्य वस्त्रं समर्पयामि ॐ जत्पुरुखं व्यददुः कतिदा व्यकल्पयन् मुखं किमस्यासत् किं बाहु किमुरुपादा उच्यते ॐ भूर्भुवस्वहं शशिकन् वै प्रेतस्य ऋतुकालोद्भवानि पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि. One more to go. That's it? Okay. Okay, so we can put the garland now, so it can be seen. It's okay. Okay, so now starting from this side, our family members do the pradakshina first. Take flowers from there. Do the pradakshina and then you can stand here. Take some flowers. Okay, pradakshina I will show you. You took the flowers from here. Then circle around him. And then you can offer flowers to Dada, Shashikant Bhai, and then you can stand here. So not everybody has to do pradakshina. Those who want to do, they can do that. अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः एवं सततयुक्तं ये भक्तस्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमः। श्री भगवानुवाच मय्यावेश्य मनो येऽयं नित्ययुक्त उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमा मतः ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यमव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कुटस्थमचलं ध्रुवं सन्नियमिन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रतः कलेशोदिक्तरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवद्भिरवाप्यते ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परम् अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसां मय्येव मन आदस्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अथ ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः अथ चित्तं समादातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोग्येन तप्तो मामीप्सान्तु धनञ्जय अभ्यासेप्य समर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिं वपस्यसि अथेतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुमद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं तथा कुरु यतात्मवान् श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासाय ज्ञानं ध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागस्यागच्छन्तिरनन्तरम् अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रकरुण एव च निर्ममो निरहंकार समदुःख सुखक्षमी संतुष्ट सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पित मनोबुद्धिर्यो मद्भक्त समे प्रियः यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोको लोकान्नो द्विजते च यः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः अनपेक्षः सुचिर्दक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यतः सर्वारंभ परित्यागी यो मद्भक्त समे प्रियः यो न रुष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न कांक्षति शुभाशुभ परित्यागी भक्तिमान् मे समे प्रियः समशत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णो सुखदुःखेषु समसंगविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतस्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः ये तु धर्म्यामृतं इदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धानामत परमा भक्तास्तेतीव मे प्रियः इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे कृष्णार्जुन संवादे भक्तियोगो नाम द्वादशोऽध्यायः अथ पंचदशोऽध्यायः श्री भगवान् उवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमदशाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययं छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित् अधस्वचोर्ध्वं प्रसुतास्तस्य शाखा गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रभालाम् अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठम् अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलमसङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन छित्त्वा तत्पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ते भूय तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्ति प्रसुता पुराणी निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषाम् अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकाम द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसंज्ञैर्गच्छन्तमूढा पदमव्ययं तत् न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम ममेवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयत् श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते उत्क्रामन्तं सितं वापिं भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढाननुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यामन्यवस्थितं यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्त चेतसः यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नो तत्तेजो विद्धिमामकं गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसाम् उष्णामि चौषधी सर्वा सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्यं चतुर्विधं सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तस्मृतिर्मानमपोहनं च वैदेश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेह चाहं द्वाविमो पुरुषो लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरस्सर्वाणि भूतानि कुटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमपुरुषस्त्वन्य परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्यवय ईश्वरः यस्मात्क्षरमतीतोः मत्सरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोकवेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमं यो मामेवमसम्मूढो जानति पुरुषोत्तमं स सर्वविद्भक्तिं मां सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रमिदं मुक्तं मया नघ एतद्बुद्ध्या बुद्धिमान्यसात् कृतकृतश्च भारतम् इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे पुरुषोत्तम नाम पंचदशोऽध्यायः। हे नाथ जोड़ी हाथ पाए प्रेमथी सौ मागीए शरणु मळे साचो तमारो हे हृदयथी मागीए जे जीव આવ્યો આપ પાસે ચરણમાં અપનાવજો પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો વડી કર્મના યોગે કરી જે કૂડમાં એ અવતરે ત્યાં પૂર્ણ પ્રેમે ઓ પ્રભુજી આપની ભક્તિ કરે લખ 84 બંધનોને લક્ષમાં લઈ કાપજો પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો સુખ સંપત્તિ સુવિચારને સત્કર્મોનો લઈ વારસો જન્મો જન્મ સતસંગથી કીર્તાર પાર ઉતારજો આ લોકને પરલોકમાં તવ પ્રેમ રગ રગ વ્યાપજો પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો મળે મોક્ષ કે સુખ સ્વર્ગના આશા ઉરે એવી નથી દેવ દેહ દુર્લભ માનવીનો ભજન કરવા ભાવથી સાચું બતાવી રૂપ શ્રી રણછોડ હૃદયે સ્થાપજો પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો ઓમ નમો ભગવતે વાસુદેવાય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ શરણમ મમ શ્રી કૃષ્ણ શરણમ મમ શ્રી કૃષ્ણ શરણમ મમ Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Jai. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Jai. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Who are you two whispering about?
You can stand here. You can stand here. Hello, everybody. Can we limit the talks, please? It's almost time to go for cremation. And before I forget, I hand over to Alex Freeman from Hindu Funeral. The family and the entire community is very thankful to you for excellent services. And those who are watching from India, please bless this wonderful personality, Alex Freeman. And if you want to say something.
Thank you, Kamlesh. And again, on behalf of the family, thank you all for being here today. We're going to be moving forward with cremation services, but first, we just wanted to thank you for trusting us with your family. And again, you have our prayers and our thoughts.
Thank you, Alex. In case somebody just walked in and who is left for Antim Darshan, please come forward. Anybody who just came in. Om Gratam Mimikshe Gratamasya Jo Nigrate Shito Gratam Vasya Dhama Anukvadama Vahama Dayasya Swaha Kratam Rekabubakshi Havyam. Couple of drops on the ice. Om Burvaswaham Shashikant by Pretasya Gratam Samarpayami. Then on the head, like this, you can pour like that, and all over the body. All over the body. The rest of the flowers we can offer. Now when they are ready, the grandson will be carrying this matli in the and he will be leading, and the granddaughter will be carrying this in the back. In the front, the grandson; in the back, granddaughter, when they are ready. And you will be okay. Yeah, you will be lifting. So once we are out, the head goes out first. We are going to roll him out, and from that point, we all are going to lift him from the handle as many people as can. Waiting for Alex. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Jai Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Jai Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, 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 Jai Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Jai Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Jai Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, 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 Jai Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Jai Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Jai Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Jai Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. કોઈ કદાચ હમણાં આવ્યું હોય અને દર્શન કરવાનું બાકી હોય તો આગળ આવી જવું કોઈ. હોપ કે બધા દર્શન કરી લીધા હશે. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Jai Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Jai Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Jai Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
We're ready to proceed with the cremation service.
So when I say Gopal Krishna, you need to say Radhe Krishna, everybody. So grandson, you are leading. Grandson, you are leading, and you are in the back. Gopal Krishna, Gopal Krishna, Gopal Krishna, Gopal Krishna, Gopal Krishna. હું અગરબત્તી લઈને આવું છું, ઉભા રહી. એક મિનિટ. Okay, from this point, do you want to lift from this point? Okay, turn around first, turn around. The legs go first. Legs go.
You want to lift?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to keep a pause right here then. far out from underneath. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, lift.
Gopala Krishna,
Okay.
Gopala Krishna, Gopala Krishna, Gopala Krishna, Gopala Krishna, Gopala Krishna, Gopala Krishna, Gopala Krishna.
Okay, gently down.
Now once again 4 times counterclockwise circling Pradakshina, you can join him. Ragini Ben. એમની પાછળ 3-4 પ્રદક્ષિણા. યમ બ્રહ્મા વરુણેન્દ્ર રુદ્ર મરુત સ્તુન્વન્તિ દિવ્યેસ્તવૈ વેદ સાંગ પદક્રમોપનિષદૈ ગાયન્તિ યમ સામગામ ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसां पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः कृत्वा सुदुष्करं कर्म जानता वाप्य जानतां मृत्युकालवशं ज्ञात्वा नरं पञ्चत्वमागतं धर्माधर्मसमायुक्तं लोभमोह समावृतं दहेयं सर्वगात्राणि दिव्यान् लोकन् स गच्छतु. ओम द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगो शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगो शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि यतो यतः समीहसे ततो न अभयं कुरु शन्नः कुरु प्रजाभ्यो भयन्नः पशुभ्यः. ओम शान्तिः 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 सुशान्तिर्भवतु. Okay, you can hold this, all of it, all 3. Okay, and then you can place it on the stick here. Leave it like, leave it. Okay, now you can take out this janoi and place it there. Yeah. And corner. Now you can also place this and that divo. You can place it here. Yeah, you can place it there. And then બધા નમસ્કાર કરી દો દાદાને. ગોપાલ કૃષ્ણ.
So this time, if you could just take 2 steps back, we're going to bring Dad in through these doors. You're going to be able to go in through the second door to witness and start the cremation. Okay, Caesar.
શ્રી રામ 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 Sri Rama, Sri Rama. किं मृत्युंजयाय नमः ॐ त्र्यंबकाय नमः ॐ लिंगेश्वराय नमः ॐ साईश्वराय नमः ॐ ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ रागिणीबेन ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ मृत्युंजयाय नमः ॐ प्रेसिड त्र्यंबकाय नमः ॐ लिंगेश्वराय नमः ॐ साईश्वराय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः मृत्युंजयाय नमः ॐ त्र्यंबकाय नमः लिंगेश्वराय नमः साईश्वराय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः